have here today. I want to welcome everyone from King's Community and from the World Wide Web to meet my very special friend. We are celebrating Black History Makers Month, and I want to welcome Bianca Trotter. Yay! Hello. I'm going to make myself. There you go.
I'll throw this really
How
quick.
are you? Look at, yeah, she's going to show you all her pictures. We want to welcome you. Thank you for doing this. Look at all those lovely pictures of a lovely woman.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we are, yeah, we're very glad that you. Oh, okay, let's let her take that off so we can see her. There she's in and out a lot.
It's been so long
It's
since I've
kind of cool
actually used it.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You good?
I'm trying to get rid of it. Okay. This is so hard.
It's okay. There's some things I hopefully, I don't know if we can edit this or not. That would be okay.
I guess it'll just stay. I'll figure it out.
We'll just don't move. There you go, right there. So we're here. This isn't an interview, so I really want to talk to you about you. So could you tell us who you are and who is your family, and just give us a little shakedown on some info.
Okay, well, my name is, there we go. My name is Bianca Trotter. My grandparents are Albert and Josie Turner. My mom is Pamela Trotter, and my brother is Quentin Trotter, and we've been going to King's ever since I was around 3 years old. So that's my background.
That's a good background. Tell us some memories that you have there. I mean, I've got a few. I've got a few memories of you there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well.
Like Dare to Share.
Yep, Dare to Share for a couple years. That was always a highlight. I've met two of my really good friends, Bethany, Janae. Those were always like really great, memories. Having fun at youth group, playing apples to apples. The lock-in that we had when I was in 7th grade. Good times.
Yeah, it was. Well, I'm glad it was a good memory for you. But then there was more than that. You tell us about your high school and then on to college. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I went to Ileana Christian High School. Definitely one of the best times that I had, coming up. I met plenty of great friends. I was picked on a lot in middle school, so I was kind of nervous going into a new school where I knew no one, except for Janae, of course. But I easily found my niche. We became great friends once we attended high school together. I was in orchestra. That was fun. I played the flute, the piccolo. One great thing about it was that I was heavily involved. So I was in orchestra, I was in pep band, I was in marching band, I was in the drama club. I was in all 4 major productions throughout the 4 years that I was there. So that was a really fun time for me. I enjoyed high school a lot.
That's awesome. I remember your plays. I remember even Bethany was there for several of your plays as well. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Then you moved on. You moved on. You had to tell us about your university.
Well, picking a college was kind of it was kind of hard for me because I kind of didn't really know what I wanted to do career-wise. I thought that I wanted to pursue drama, but then I knew, okay, it's going to be hard for me to have a substantial career if I choose drama, because what if I don't, take off after college and then I'm just going to have a drama degree with no work, and, I don't want to pay thousands of dollars for a degree and have nothing to show for it. So I initially went there going to get a business degree. I was, okay, I'm going to go there, Hofstra, a really great school of business. I always wanted to go to New York. It was close to the drama scene, so I'll still be able to enjoy everything, so it's perfect. And I ended up hating business. It was so hard. I switched majors. I switched majors really after my first semester. I mean, I didn't do bad, but it wasn't good for my standards. So I ended up switching to communications, and that's when I became interested in pursuing public relations. And then I minored in German. I took it in high school, loved it, and I was told that I had to have a minor, so picked that as my minor, and I was set for the next 4 years.
Wonderful, wonderful. Tell us about some of those years in there in Hofstra. So tell us a little bit about that.
Hofstra was a really great experience. I met so many new people. I met my fiance literally the first day of freshman orientation. We were friends, hit it off, and then we became a couple like after second semester of freshman year. So that was pretty fun. Um, was able to advance my German skills. I was able to join a couple of clubs. It was a really great experience. One thing that was the highlight of my college career was definitely the presidential debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. It was just really fun to just be in the center of all that with, NBC News, CNN, Fox. It was just a media circus just around you. Fun fact,
Mm-hmm.
my fiance actually got chosen to attend the debate on campus. So that was pretty exciting for him.
Oh,
I didn't get chosen, but I was happy for him.
yeah, yeah. You were
Yeah.
living through him.
Yep.
Very cool. Now, you graduated. So you graduated with a degree in communications,
hmm
and your minor in German. So
hmm
tell us, after you graduated, where did you go after that?
Well, I got my degree in public relations and in German. And after I graduated Hofstra, I actually ended up working for Yelp. It's one of the major social media platforms that refers people to like businesses, small businesses like restaurants, um, clothing stores, whatever you may wish to go to if you don't really know what's in the area that you want to go to. Actually hated it. It was very sales oriented. I was so unhappy. I wasn't doing any PR. It was mainly cold calling. One thing that I did like was I met really great people, met some lifelong friends. But other than that, I ended up developing phone anxiety. It was just I hated it there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
And then
Yeah.
you do.
Then, funny story how that happened. After I was just fed up with Yelp, I really just decided, okay, I'm not gonna just sit here and be anxious and unhappy and having, panic attacks. You know what? I'm gonna leave this job, and wherever God takes me, I'm just gonna go. So I quit Yelp,
Right.
and then I actually ended up working at American Farm Bureau Federation in DC. And that's where I actually got a good chunk of my PR experience, and that's the reason why they picked me to be a communication associate there. So I had that for 4 months, and then the pandemic hit and my contract expired. So I was like, okay, well, I had this experience, even though it was only a few months. I have a degree and I know, PR. So let me, apply for jobs that are PR oriented because I really want to, pursue this in the long run. So then that's when AARP just landed in my lap. So yeah, I applied for AARP, and now I have a full-time position working as a media relations associate for AARP, and I
Praise.
could not be happier. Thank you. Yes.
That's awesome. I am a card carrying ARP person. I'm a card carrier. I get the little red card,
Oh, you do?
you know, you hit a certain age and you get the ARP card. Thank you for that. I thank you for that.
No
Well,
problem.
that's, I want to thank you very much for doing this. But there's your journey is obviously not ended. You had something very special happen to you while you were in college, and we'll talk about that.
Oh, the engagement?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I ended up meeting CJ in wait, actually, I met CJ in 2014. We were together for around 5 years, and after we graduated, it was funny because he was actually supposed to propose to me during the pandemic, but before we actually were supposed to be in the pandemic. So we made plans to go to Jamaica, and that didn't happen. So he ended up proposing to me like with this really special, decorations in the living room with like rose petals, candles, my favorite dinner, and he popped the question and getting married next year.
Here, okay, 2022 then?
2022.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
you gotta get the pandemic way behind you and things like
Yeah,
that.
we would have chosen this year, but we're going to try to wait and then see where that takes us. I mean, if it's still a thing, then we might have to downsize to a micro wedding.
That's fine. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Tell us now where you know God is leading you now. You know, sometimes you don't hear like something totally in your ear, but you do see a projection in your life. Do you have something special that you really would like to pursue in as you move on in your career?
I know one thing that I always said was okay, my one goal in life is to be successful. I put a lot of pressure on myself, and it's a lot of unneeded pressure. And I feel like where I'm at in my life, I'm exactly where I want to be. So my hope for the future is just keep advancing. Hopefully I can, advance to maybe a director level type for my career field. Like I would definitely love to be in a director position for any nonprofit organization. Um, I know throughout my career, I've always kind of stressed and stressed and stressed. Like even with the pandemic, I was stressing because I'm like, okay, I can't find a job, and like AARP really fell in my lap. I got contracted by a recruiter and was like, hey, like, are you looking for a position with communications? We saw your resume, and I wasn't even like heavily like invested in looking at AARP, and it just appeared. So hey.
That that's good. That's good. If you had, if you wanted to say hi to a few people that are going to be watching, go ahead and do it because they're looking at you now.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Granddad. I know you're like really surprised to see me. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you. Of course, I can't now because I want you to remain safe and well. So I'm not gonna see you, but I can't wait until this is kind of in the past and I can finally give you guys a hug. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Bianca, I want to thank you very much for joining us today. I want to thank you for opening yourself up to chat about where you've been and where you're at and where you're going. So I thank you very much. And you are a history maker. You're a mighty woman of God, and it's been my honor and pleasure to know you all these years. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who are watching this who can say the same thing. You are most loved, and we thank you for everything. So say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'm turning the video off. This is the more fun. Yay.